All right, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Duplays here. 10 GTA 6 online features that could make it the ultimate MMO. Let's
Hello
get into
guys,
it.
today is Friday and I've got some very exciting stuff to cover with you. A little while back someone commented, hey man, you should talk about Grand Theft Auto 6 Online, and I'll tell you, in making this video, I got myself hyped for Grand Theft Auto 6 Online, so I know you're about to be hyped as well. Speaking of hype, if you enjoy this video, hype me up. Grand Theft Auto 6 Online is going to be absolutely insane, but unfortunately it's not going to launch with the base game. Probably not. It's going to...
I'm glad it doesn't. We let people play the story mode.
Like in Grand Theft Auto 5, launch sometime after the game's main release, which is scheduled for May 26, 2026. And hopefully it doesn't get pushed back to something like October, but you know, Rockstar does that. We'll see how it goes. We are getting closer, guys. So anyways, I made this video to kind of look at Grand Theft Auto 6 Online and just see what this next iteration is going to look like based on leaks, speculation, all sorts of nonsense, and just common sense. So anyways, we'll start with the more concrete stuff and we'll get into my loony conspiracy at the very end, which I really think we are going to see, because I believe Grand Theft Auto 6 Online is going to be here to stay much longer than we saw Grand Theft Auto 5 Online. But you'll see.
And Grand Theft Auto 5 Online hasn't been gone, and it's been here for almost 13 years. Grand Theft Auto Online is turning 13 in September.
Later in this video. So real quick, let's talk about that launch timing. It's looking like the standalone Grand Theft Auto 6 Online mode is expected to release shortly after the main story launches. I'm sure they're going to want to get that going as quickly as possible, considering it is their cash cow, and they're going to throw as many shark cards at us as possible. So it may be separated probably by a few weeks to months. I just wanted to let you know, expect that. Nothing is confirmed at this time though, as far as its actual launch. Now let's look at the core features and some innovations in the next iteration of Grand Theft Auto Online. So of course there's going to be clean slate progression. What do I mean by that? Well, it doesn't matter how big and bad you were in Grand Theft Auto 5 Online, you are going to have to start all over. And you know,
Imagine all of the people that have been playing on their one account from 2013, and then when the PS4 and Xbox One dropped, they migrated their character from PS3 and Xbox 360, and then they did it again years later when the PS5 version of the game dropped, and they've just been grinding for like more than a decade. Only to have to start over. That's crazy.
So players are going to begin anew. Grand Theft Auto Online progress, characters, properties, vehicles, and in-game money from Grand Theft Auto 5 are not going to transfer to Grand Theft Auto 6 Online. This is intended, of course, to balance the game world and eliminate the inflation and overpowered items found in the older online world. Also, Grand Theft Auto Online is kind of held together with duct tape and bubblegum at this point because they didn't know how big of a deal it was going to be, and they've just kind of added new pieces and chunks and modules to it. And as it's grown over time, it's kind of this weird inflated Frankenstein's monster, just a hodgepodge of a bunch of different things slapped together. Not saying it's not fun, but if you play it, you know what I'm talking about. So that's another thing. Don't only expect to start over from square one with a clean slate, but expect a much more streamlined, put together experience, because they've learned so much from Grand Theft Auto 5 Online. So in Grand Theft Auto 6 Online, it makes sense that they've got a huge roadmap for this baby, because they know that this is going to make them a ton of money, which also means that the experience is probably going to be a lot more grounded, well, in some cases, but it's going to be a lot more fun and probably make a lot more sense. And when I say it's going to be grounded, expect like role play and stuff like that, but hey, I'll talk about that here in a little bit. Let's go ahead and talk about returning player bonuses. So yes, you have to start from square one if you're a returning player who's got years and you're a Grand Theft Auto Online veteran, but loyalty rewards such as exclusive clothing, decals, or startup bonuses will probably be offered based on prior achievements, but not a full progress transfer. But you'll have something to show, hey, I did this in the previous thing. So it's kind of like when you Prestige in Call of Duty, right? Except in a totally different game. Now, here's something really exciting. Grand Theft Auto Online and Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to have an expanded player count. So GTA 6 Online aims to have much larger...
I just had a thought, and it really doesn't matter, but since GTA Online isn't referred to as GTA 5 Online, it's just referred to as GTA Online. What would they call GTA 6's Online? Would they just call it GTA 6 Online, or are they going to call it GTA Online 2? I wonder.
Leaks point to 64 player lobbies and Rockstar targeting up to even 96 player sessions for a much denser online experience. Also,
we need that for sure, because the PS4 and I think even the PS3 too, they could do 30, and then there was like 2 spectators, so 32 people altogether. And the PS5 is like 50 times more powerful than that hardware. Not to even mention the Pro. We're not even going to go there. But yeah, there's no excuse for them to not have at least 64. 96 on the high end would be
So this
crazy.
map is going to be freaking huge, so it makes sense that they're going to want to do that, or you might never run into anyone. Even in Grand Theft Auto 5 online, sometimes you don't run into anybody unless they're coming after you on their flying bike.
Yeah, that's true. I've always had to be the one to, like, for the most part, chase them. I know the areas where they tend to congregate, probably around Vespucci Beach, Vinewood Hills. Those are the areas they tend to be around. But where else? Let me think. Sometimes Grove Street. Those tend to be popular spots for online players to be at, especially the beach. Especially the beach.
Hopefully, we don't see any of those in Grand Theft Auto 6 online, at least for 10 years.
Hey, Andy, don't forget to close up.
What? Huh? Yeah, don't worry, I will.
Yeah?
I mean, yes, sir. Yes, I will, Frank.
That's better. Don't let this stuff go to your head.
Okay.
I'm serious. You should be very thankful your Uncle Jeff lets you use this place.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I had no disrespect. I'm sorry, man.
You mean sir?
Yes, sir. Sorry, Frank. Sir. Okay, back to the video. So if you play Grand Theft Auto Online, you probably know that the loading can really suck sometimes, like when you're trying to jump to other
It
things.
does. It really sucks.
The biggest hang up in that and really pulls you out of the immersion of
It really shouldn't take that long to, because it's like we're playing on SSDs. We're not playing on hard drives. I don't play the PS4 version on my PS4 Pro. I play it on my laptop or my Steam Deck when that used to work with GTA Online. I don't play on anything slower than an SSD. I should have flawless loading, but clearly it's an issue on Rockstar's end. Will it be fixed at this point? Probably not.
So in Grand Theft Auto 6 Online, let's talk about fluid access technology. New session management tech will enable seamless activity transitions with players interacting across sessions and free roam without loading screens, thanks to upgraded backend tech. That is freaking awesome. And of course, they want you to not have any distractions and things that break your immersion while playing the game, because they...
And then the thing is too, because we're so used to loading screens, when you get to the point where you experience a game in true fluidity without any, it feels jarring, because your whole life you've been used to loading screens. Sometimes I even like the loading screens because I get to see like interesting stuff, tips, the cool art that they use for the loading screen, as well as I might need to stop to like scratch my nose, eat something, or go for something and come back. And the loading screen affords me that time. Yeah, I know I could pause the game, but my point still stands. So yeah, we're used to them. So even though it's a good thing that they're going away, it can be a bit jarring to me when I don't have a loading screen. But I'm not complaining
as long
though.
as possible and buy their shark cards or whatever the next iteration of that is. So in a way, it works to your favor. They want to make sure the game is as addicting as possible and also make sure there's no distractions while you are exploring Vice City and the surrounding area of Leonida with...
You know, looking back, it's so crazy how tiny this map is. I'm pretty sure GTA 3's map is bigger than this. I'm pretty sure. Vice City is the smallest map ever. Look at this. I wonder if I can find that roundabout on the map. I think it's probably somewhere here or over here, I think. I don't even know. I don't even know. Anyway.
Roleplay features, so let's talk about that a little bit. Rockstar recently acquired 5M, and that signals deeper roleplay support, including native tools for role-playing servers, advanced trading systems, and player-driven economies. So I'm sure we're going to have crazy, wacky servers like in Grand Theft Auto 5 where everyone's blowing each other up, but also expect immersive roleplay experiences reminiscent of the popular Grand Theft Auto online roleplay communities. So we're going to see servers where people are just living their lives in this world, and I think that's pretty freaking sweet. You might go fishing with your buddies, someone might be a cop, someone might be a robber, some dude might just own a gas station. Who knows? The possibilities are endless, and I think that this is going to be absolutely nuts to see the future, because I think these roleplay servers in Grand Theft Auto 6 online are gonna kind of be the biggest MMO of all time. That's just what I think. But let's talk about user-generated content. So creation of custom maps, missions, game modes, and all that kind of stuff. Very similar to back in the day. If you played Halo 3, you remember how big it was to have the Forge mode come out and being able to create all sorts of wacky stuff like jumping jumping around on obstacle courses and racetracks and stuff like that. And I know that it's been expanded upon in later games and that this exists in other games, but that's what I remember because I remember how revolutionary that was. Well, I can't even begin to comprehend how insane that tech is going to be in Grand Theft Auto 6 Online. So expect there to be a bunch of user-created content and custom servers, custom maps, stuff like that, and missions and game modes. So the possibilities are really endless. Remember, guys, the budget is $2 billion. And I'd say a good half of that budget is probably going to single player, and the other half is going to the foundations of what is going to be the biggest Grand Theft Auto Online experience of all time. So expect all sorts of stuff like this user-generated content, role-play features, no loading screens, the expanded player count, just all sorts of crazy stuff. Balancing the systems of Grand Theft Auto Online to give you the best possible experience, very much like a dynamic economy and trading. So the online marketplace and trading mechanics will allow peer-to-peer transactions for vehicles, weapons, properties, and more, moving players towards a player-driven economy. And isn't that what we've always wanted? It's going to be absolutely awesome. And you know, that's why people still play RuneScape to this day, because people love capitalism, the game. So also expect mission improvements, enhanced mission variety, more interactive gameplay, moving past the repetitive objectives that Grand Theft Auto Online had, because Grand Theft Auto 5 Online kind of turned into just a massive grind of go here, go there, go here, go there, to move money around and grind and build your money, only to buy something and do it all again. And yes, it is an addicting gameplay loop, but man, it sure was infuriating to be driving around and blown up by one of those flying bikes. But with these...
To be honest, even just getting into like a fist fight with somebody, and then you spend the next 40-something minutes killing them, even that was just a huge time sink for me.
Missions and everything like that. Expect better solo play while you are in multiplayer with reduced griefing and being able to really immerse yourself in the world. I'm telling you guys, they're really going to double down on this roleplay stuff. So not only are we going to have all that, but we're going to have the actual gameplay advancements from the single player of Grand Theft Auto 6 itself and GTA 6 Online. So just remember, that alone is already going to be a huge leap and change in how you experience and play it. And that might sound obvious to you, but really think about it. Refined aiming, driving, interior exploration, mini games, and of course those sexy next-gen graphical improvements. It's going to be awesome, guys. So there's also some anticipated stuff like balanced vehicles and weapons, so a little bit more grounded and realistic of a selection, and cutting back on the futuristic and overpowered items. And I really think that they had to add those items later on in Grand Theft Auto 5 to give players a reason to keep coming back. Remember, Grand Theft Auto Online was basically Frankenstein's monster with a bunch of stuff held together by duct tape and bubblegum, so there was a bunch of things that they couldn't do in that game that they're now going to be able to do, things that need to be established at the core. So if they're already establishing roleplay style gameplay from the get-go, players are going to have a much more immersive experience, and that will allow for longevity in the core gameplay itself, rather than having to constantly throw crazy stuff at you like laser guns and flying bikes with missiles. Although I'm sure we are still going to see that in the future. So there's also going to be improved sessions,
I don't doubt it.
likely. So Rockstar intends to reduce hacking and exploits. And man, if you know, you know. I've seen them in Grand Theft Auto 5 Online, and I didn't play that much of it compared to other people, so you probably know what I'm talking about. Expect there to be less hackers and stuff like that, although there's probably still going to be some. And
yeah, definitely, but hopefully their anti-cheat becomes robust enough to minimize it. Well, yeah, it's not going to be hacker free. It's not.
Expect regular content updates, all sorts of stuff, themed updates, very much like Grand Theft Auto 5 Online, but this time I think they're going to go bigger and...
Bro, you see, when this drops, I have to make this my life, especially as an aspiring content creator. I have no choice. I literally have to eat, sleep, and breathe Grand Theft Auto 6 and Grand Theft Auto 6 Online for the next probably a decade.
Better. With focus on depth and immersion in Vice City and Leonida, it's going to be incredible. Who knows? We might finally get Undead Nightmare, but in Grand Theft Auto Online, and that would be freaking awesome to have an online zombies mode in GTA Online. Done very, very well, that is. So with all of these features and the roleplay elements and stuff, you might even have full-blown DayZ-style survival servers set in Leonida or Vice City. Again, remember, we're starting with a clean slate. There's going to be more players in lobbies. The economy's not going to be inflated and broken. It's going to actually start over and be player driven and probably regulated by Rockstar. There's going to be deep role play tools integrated into the game, custom maps, modes, an advanced editor. Loading screens are going to be virtually non-existent. Things are going to be fluid and amazing. You're going to be able to ping pong back and forth between single player and online like a breeze. Tighten controls, reduced griefing. Man, just making this video, I'm making myself excited for GTA 6 Online, and I'm not even really that much of a GTA Online fan. But earlier I mentioned kind of a crackpot theory, story, and I'm gonna share it with you guys right now.
Are you still not done?
What, Frank? What's the matter tonight, man? You seem like you're really charged up about something.
Well, you come in here and you act like a king, and this isn't your place, so...
Dude, what are you talking about? Literally every single time I come in here, I take excellent care of the place. I don't even smoke in here anymore, man. I always leave on time. I close up on time. What is the deal?
Just hurry it up.
Fine. Yes, sir. Okay.
I just realized the whole play is him recording YouTube videos in a room at his job.
Damn, what's his freaking problem tonight, man? So there's absolutely no official confirmation of what I'm about to tell you, but there's been rumors of a Grand Theft Auto 4 remaster, right? And Grand Theft Auto 5 online has
I heard that too, yeah.
map works and everything, and it wouldn't take much of a graphical
Yeah.
upgrade, especially with all the iterations of the Grand Theft Auto 5 map that they've been doing. So eventually, I think it's fair to say, expect every single Grand Theft Auto city and location to be in Grand Theft Auto 6 online, to where you can go to the airport, fly to Liberty City, fly to Los Santos, and maybe eventually the addition of Las Venturas and San Fierro, and maybe even other places. I think Grand Theft Auto 6 Online is going to be where this game ends, and it's going to constantly evolve from there and change over time. It's going to be an MMO. It's going to be the ultimate online crime roleplay MMO that people have been trying to create for decades. And their ideas have always been so ambitious, but they haven't had the resources for the follow through. Well, guess who does? Rockstar Games. So
They did. Grand Theft Auto 6 really put them at the top of the ladder.
in time, we're eventually going to be able to fly over to Liberty City, do our stuff there, fly to Los Santos, and it just makes sense. Think about it. With all the years and time and everything that people have put into Grand Theft Auto 5 Online, they're going to want to revisit that place. It's going to be really cool going back there with all this new stuff. I don't know. I could just see a huge event around it. But what do you think? Do you think they're going to do that, or am I just absolutely out of my mind? My name's Dandy Andy. Thank you so much for watching. I've been on a Grand Theft Auto 6 kick lately, so if you want more Grand Theft Auto 6 videos, maybe go watch some of my other videos. But if you do want more Grand Theft Auto 6 videos, this is the place to be. And hey guys, if this video got you hyped up for Grand Theft Auto 6, I would really appreciate it if you hype me up by spending a hype point on this video. It would help me out a lot. I'm a small creator and I am busting my butt to get these videos out, and I really appreciate it.
I feel your pain, bro. I'm busting my ass too, and I'm just reacting. Imagine you that actually has to like edit and put all of this stuff together.
Come on, hype me up. Also,
crazy.
The Via that I follow, they're kind of a small band. They just put out a new song.
Let me drop a like on him.
Play a little bit of it here, and if that's your thing, go check them out. They're on Spotify and pretty much every music platform, so go check them out. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day, night, week.
Alright, real quick. It annoys me how everyone is mad you can't transfer a character from a completely different game. We had 13 years. The account isn't going anywhere. You can always go back to it, but why would they make GTA 6 Online having you start as a baller? That's like saying, bro, I put so much money into VC for my NBA 2K25 character. What do you mean I can't transfer the character? Yeah, it's a new game, obviously. And it's going to be popular for the next 10 years, 10 plus, 15 at least, probably 20. You'll have plenty of time to get it to where your GTA 5 character was. Yeah, you really will. If you just transfer, you wouldn't even have fun in GTA 6 Online because you can just use your unlock and get everything on day 0. Exactly. The best part of new games is learning it and level up and becoming a baller. I'm not trying to start GTA 6 with every car I bought in Los Santos and all my money. I want a new character. Yep. That guy gets it. He really does. I just want crossplay. Oh, shit, man. I totally forgot about that. I'm glad he mentioned that. Let's see what they have to say about this. I think it's pretty much a given at this point. I hope so. It's possible because they're making RP, blah, 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 with PC. No thanks. Not with PC for obvious reasons, mods. But because I'm hacking. But between consoles should be the standard now for any online experience. You know, I need to read up on that. I totally forgot to query that. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and end it there. I don't want to spend too much time on the comments. That was my reaction to 10 GTA 6 Online features that could make it the ultimate MMO. Hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe, turn on post notifications, all of that good stuff. Follow my socials, they're in the description. And I will see y'all in the next video. Goodbye.